Hello YouTube, it's Victoria, the Happy Stitching Nurse, and I'm kind of saying that with a grain of salt. Anyone who is returning, thank you. Anyone who is new, welcome. I appreciate every single person who has watched, subscribed, made beautiful comments for me. When I say I am the Happy Stitching Nurse with a grain of salt, I'm sure everyone can see all of the COVID numbers going up. So at my hospital, of course, yes, the numbers are going up and they went up quickly. So when I get home, I don't want to think. I don't want to think about anything. I get on the couch and I'm turning on Netflix, and that's pretty much it. My brain, I cannot focus and work on something. I have done a little bit of stitching here and there. Usually it's one strand of floss, and that's about it. My brain's kind of burnt out at the moment. So I want to show what I have in the way of progress for my Quaker Christmas stitch along. I know that I do have some progress on here compared to last time I had my video up, and I've got a thread on here. See, I actually had threaded a strand of floss, and I had already done, I think, 2 strands, and my brain at that point said, yeah, no more. Just gotta give up. So anyway, when it strikes me, I have done at least a strand or 2. So I am going to show you the progress that I have. So this is what I have going on, and I love the color. It's DMC 115 for those who are interested, who are new here. This is, I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love the color. I like all the different variations that it gives you in the way the color, the variegation in here. Then I do have my letters and my numbers. They are in sulky, and that I think is downstairs. The letters and numbers are in sulky 712, and it's a 12-weight cotton. So for those of you who are interested. So I keep trying to get myself worked up and get myself excited to get back in and start doing more and more stitching, but I'm not going to push myself. But there it is. That's what I have going on so far. So I really like, I was at the end of my entire skein here, and so I really like how it kind of ends up being like a 50-50 bar on this snowflake motif here. So, but some of these motifs, they don't look like they would be loads and loads of stitching, but you get into them, and then I've done some unstitching, which, you know, yeah, not my favorite stitch to do. I'm sure nobody likes doing it. But when you're working with the variegated floss, you need to do each stitch at a time. You can't just do a half a stitch, say for 4 or 5 stitches, doing half a stitch and then go back. You have to do each one of them individually. And so when you unstitch, you have to do the same thing. So anyway, you know what? I'm probably going to end up having to count how many times I say the word "so" in this video. That is the progress that I have made, and I know that my sister has been posting a few different videos, in the meantime, and I have not. I've had to coax myself into getting this video up because, like I said, on the weekends and even when I get home from work, I just don't want to think. I have gone to the gym a few times just so I can get some stress relief that way. Gone to spin classes, and now with our numbers going up drastically here in Nevada, the mask mandate is once again implemented, even if you are fully vaccinated. So it will be rather interesting trying to go to a spin class having to wear a mask. Anybody who's done that, please let me know how it went for you, because I'm not necessarily looking forward to that one. I did have a question by a viewer, by Renee. And I'm so sorry because I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce your name correctly. Legere, I believe is how it might be pronounced. I could be way off. She was asking about my GoodNotes that I use for tracking my patterns. And I did bring it up. I'm just bringing up my iPad here. And let me see here. The version that I have, when I hit the about information on my iPad, it says it's version 5.7.14. So I will show you on my tablet what that looks like. Actually, I have it down on my bottom section where it's like the landing. So I will show you right here. That is the GoodNotes that I use right there. So I will pop that open and I will show you a little bit of one of my patterns. So I'm just going to blow it up quite a bit so that way there's not a whole lot, because I don't want to infringe on pattern rights or anything like that. So I do have the Apple Pencil, which is right here. It's parked right here. It probably doesn't even have any charge at the moment. I use that. Let me dig it out. I use this. So here's the pattern. As I go along, I will tap it and just highlight areas that I have finished. So that's how I go about doing it. And it allows PDF patterns into GoodNote. So as you import it into GoodNote, you can zoom way in, which is what I typically do, especially when I'm on a motif and I don't want to get jumbled at all. It's great to just really zoom right in. You can, that's about as far as you can zoom, because as you can see, it bounces back. And sorry, I apologize for a little shine there. And then I just mark off the area that I've stitched. So as I go along, just to help my brain, I will mark those off, and obviously it does have some charge, and then that's what I do. And I leave it completely unmarked in the areas that I haven't worked. This is pretty much all one color for doing the Christmas, the Quaker Christmas. The America Land That We Love, I know I have that one on here as well. So let me see. I gotta find it. Here we go. So that one, I have marked it off as well. And I was able to zoom in a lot more on this one for some reason. So I've marked that off. This is actually a little tiny area of the America Land That We Love. I will show you what I have done. I haven't done any since the last time I posted a video, but I know that my sister purchased the pattern, and she got to go out and buy all the floss that is needed for this pattern, which you see all these little squares for each of the states, and you think, oh, how cute. It is very floss heavy. So this is what I have. And of course, I had most of 2 of the little cactus on here for Arizona, only I was off. So I've done a bunch of unstitching, and I think at that point, that's when I thought, wow, right now, you are not my friend. You are going back in the bag. And my brain had to take a break. So at this point, my sister, the other night, we were FaceTiming each other. She was discussing it. And I thought, okay, well, I have to bring mine out just to take a look at it, because she was wanting to see how far along I was. So I brought it out. And once again, I am back in love with it. So I'm going to be starting back up. But obviously, I think I need to wait for her, because she wants to try to do a state a week. And I just thought that this Arkansas one is just too adorable. So I have it in a project bag that I made. It was made with, if this is a larger one, I've got a second pattern in here, but this is all of my floss for America Land that we love. And then I think that some of my other, I think that there's floss in other areas of other projects that I have marked off on a spreadsheet where I track what thread I have or what floss I have. I think that this is most of it, but there's probably some that I have to dig out of other projects. So it's you'll pretty much have all the numbers of the DMC by the time you're done. No, not really. But as you can see, my Halloween Quaker is in here as well. But this is a pattern that I got from the Fat Quarter Shop. And I used Tula Pink fabric. And on the back is more Tula Pink fabric. And I have a whole bunch of charms, but I have yet to put a charm on here. Once I get a charm, or actually, once I dig them out and feel like doing it, I will put them on. But all of my charms are in, they're just a little magnet for little ragdoll cats that we have around here. Let me see, just like my other one. My other 2. So I've got my temperature tree. Of course, how fitting. I put, and they attack it. They attack it. I put a couple little charms on here. It's a little kitty. Let me see here. Let me get this straightened out. It's a little cat, and the other one is a little paw. And on the other side, I've got my Golden Knights pin. Unfortunately, they didn't win the Stanley Cup, but there's always next year. But I need to get some plastic containers. This is a smaller project bag that I've made. I need to get some plastic containers to put them in. I have an area on my desk, or it's under my desk, where if someone had a computer that's got the large stand, I just have a laptop. So I don't have a computer that is a standing computer. So in that section, I have put my project bags. And of course, as I've said before, felines, they like to have a load of fun with all things craft related. and floss related. So they see those little charms hanging and they decide to jump at it, try to pull it, yank it out. So then I end up with bags pulled out. So I need to get some plastic containers to wrangle them in and make sure it's the type that can snap closed, because I do have one. One of my cats is rather clever and she has been pulling pipe cleaners out of a craft box for my grandson. There are still pipe cleaners going crazy everywhere in this house. So I put a 10-pound weight on the thing. She's still trying to dig into it, and luckily she's not Arnold Schwarzenegger of cats, so she's not able to get in. It's just a matter of my grandson coming along and lifting that weight off, and then we're going to end up with 5 million more little pipe cleaners through the house. And it's actually kind of hilarious watching her, because she has it in her mouth and she's dragging it along as though she's had some serious kill, like she's a great lioness huntress. So, but they end up everywhere, and she even climbs up under my blankets. So I'll climb into bed and there's a pipe cleaner in the bed. So yeah, just, they're everywhere. So that's what's been going on in my life. So if I just want to apologize for not putting a video out. I just have not really had the motivation, the energy, the mental capacity, and I know it's not a whole lot to sit here and actually talk to my phone / camera, but once I get home from the hospital, that's it. I'm done for. I'm doing what I can to do meal preps, so during the week there is no thinking for food. It is just done, and just get home, eat, and just Jabba the Hutt it on the bed, on the couch. And then of course I've been pushing myself to get to the gym to get that stress out. So anyway, my sister put out a video today with an August challenge. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be up to that. It's maybe once things calm down a little bit and my brain decides that it needs other entertainment than Netflix, then I will probably be able to join her on that. And for those of you who are new here, my sister has a YouTube, and her channel is the Can-Am Stitcher. So I encourage you to go stop by and see her work, because she always has these fabulous finishes on hers. She has this little book where she tracks everything. She is the one who actually taught me how to cross stitch when I was young. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing cross stitching. And I think that's really about all that I'm going to say. I can't promise I'll be posting super regular until my brain gets a little less frazzled. I hope everybody understands. I'm sure everybody does, because everybody in this community is great. They're phenomenal and supportive. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and hopefully next time I do post a video, I've got a little bit more in the way of stitching to share. I've looked at things to purchase, but then I've decided, well, I need to be a little more mindful. I'm not even actually stitching currently, so I just haven't even done any purchases, because I don't want to add, because my brain would probably end up stressed out, and I'm not going to go there. So anyway, I hope this wasn't a downer for anybody. Normally I'm a lot more chipper, and so anyway, that's what I have for you guys at this point. So anyway, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, be kind to everyone, and have a blessed day, blessed year, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. Bye. One more thing. Totally forgot. If you happen to enjoy this video or any of my other videos, feel free to subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment. I do what I can to get to comments and answering them. If I can answer them on video, I'll answer them on video. And I will also try to answer them in the comments. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for taking the time out to watch. Anyway, goodbye. Thank you.